Tycon Company, LLC, specializes in a wide range of construction services, which includes the removal and replacement of concrete curbs, sidewalk, driveway, and paving. They pride themselves in the quality of their service, but more importantly, with the quickness in which they provide those services. Their primary goal and objective is to achieve 100% customer satisfaction, and they won't settle for anything less. Their crews travel within a 100-mile radius of the Kansas City, Missouri metropolitan area, which includes cities on both sides of the Kansas and Missouri state line. Tycon Company, LLC, 4435 Prospect Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri, 64130, 816-921-0473. Tycon Company, LLC, quality with quickness. Proud sponsor of Wake Up KC. The thoughts, opinions, and statements expressed on this show are not the thoughts, opinions, and statements of KUAW LPFM 98.5.
Hey, this is your girl Serenity filling in for Avi, the poet on Local Vocals, a show that's focused on local artists and making sure their voices are put in the community. So, this month, if you have been keeping up with RV's post or anything you know about the showcase called The One, we have some of the people from that showcase who are the winners. I'm also going to talk about Music and More, the Music and More Foundation. I have been taking over the Music and More Foundation Instagram page for the Kansas City Poetry Awards, which is tomorrow at 6 p.m. So if you want to come out, you still have time to get your tickets on the advance tickets or on Eventbrite. You have until midnight to get those. And if not, you will have to get your ticket at the door. There will be food. There's, of course, going to be some great poetry and a great show. We would love to see you there. So as I was talking about, then make sure you check out the Music and More Foundation Instagram page. Like I said, I've been taking it over for about 2 weeks now almost. So making sure that everything's getting promoted and trying to encourage people to come to the award show. So I've been having a little fun doing that.
I never used Instagram.
You never used Instagram?
Never used it.
Oh.
This is the most active it has ever been.
Hey, I was gonna tell you about that. Your profile, it shows you like people looking at your profile. I done increased it about 100%. So yeah, so right, from just doing videos and stuff. It's been fun. I like Instagram. It's something definitely you better get on more, Terrence.
I have to talk to you about taking it over again.
For a fee. Not just play. But anyway, okay, so the One Artist Showcase, that was a platform that was created by RV the Poet in conjunction. Was it with Music and More?
Yes.
One of the people that started as well?
The last year.
Yeah, they started the showcase last year and they took a little hiatus and now they're back. So RV is making sure that people are getting a platform. The way it works, it's a competition and it's also a showcase. So how it works is it's kind of open mic styles for it's a competition, and the people in the open mic portion, they are competing for paid features. Yes, artists, paid features. We not playing. We trying to get y'all some money in your pocket. We know how that goes as an artist. We want to make sure that you are getting paid for your art. So this last month we had it was a phenomenal show. It was packed house, Westport Coffee House. Almost everybody that came and said they loved it. It was hosted by Lamont High. If you guys are not familiar with him, he's a comedian here from Kansas City. He is hilarious. He was cracking jokes on everybody. So performers, audience. But he definitely had, the crowd hype and had everybody laughing. And a lot of people, they really enjoyed the show, especially it's a different type of showcase. So we have Nisi Amor here. She is one of the winners that won this last month in Slay God. She was not able to make it this month. I believe she's going to come on the radio next month. So you guys will get to get more in depth with her. Now, I know you and RV have a personal relationship, right? Like you guys go way back.
We went to high school together and we kind of used to be in a band together.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. So you play some instruments. Like what instruments do you play?
Yeah, well, I play piano, but he was our piano player. A lot of people, I don't know if they know that he does music too.
I know he knows because at Arson Spitfire, which is an open mic that is weekly on Tuesdays at Equal Mind Cafe at 8 o'clock that Sherry Hall hosts, he actually plays the piano sometimes. He comes in and plays the piano and plays behind some of the poets. And then I know when they did the showcase for the slam team, when RB was on, he played the keyboard for the show.
Nice.
So I'm familiar with him as far as playing the piano, but
He's also a great songwriter though too.
Oh,
Which would make sense because he's a poet.
People be sleep on poets, songwriters, because I have some poems that they're really songs, but I can't sing like that. So it's kind of like, what am I gonna do with this? You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, that's how some of the best songs start out. Though.
Yeah, as a poem, right? Yeah. Love poems, just I guess for me, put them in a book. I mean, unless I get with an artist who wants to, work. But yeah, so writing. I mean, that's the foundation of music. You got to have the words, the lyrics. You have to have people who can write.
Right.
And a lot of singers, they have songwriting teams. Right. So a lot of the singers, they just come in, they sing. That's it. You know. So what about you? Do you write your own music?
Yeah, I do. So I've been writing since I was 12. So I started off working with. I started off at the Tony Oliver School of Music, taking piano lessons, and through that I actually started writing with her. So I would write and then perform at the recitals, and the recitals were my first audiences as far as my original music. So that in my family, because I always played at the barbecues and
they
family gatherings.
Was you one of those where they'd be like, don't sing a song right quick?
Yeah, always my dad was always like, well, Erica can go get her keyboard. And
Lord.
Chill.
So who would you say was an artist that inspired you when you were younger?
Definitely Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys was my representation in the industry. That's who I saw that I said I could be like her.
It's playing the piano.
As far as her, just everything about her, the way she carried herself, the way she dressed. I loved her style. I loved the tomboyishness of her look when she first came out with the braids and all that. I used to wear hats and she's probably, if I would have never saw Alicia Keys, I wouldn't have ever thought that an artist like me could be doing music in a major way.
Why would you think that?
Well, just because everything you see on mainstream is so sexualized.
And I thought you were going to say plastic.
Well, not necessarily that, but I just mean that part of it. You know, I know to everything there's some form of persona, there's some form of showmanship. So of course, there's a little bit of that in there, but as far as the way that she approached music and the way that she was a musician and a singer, and she played for herself and she wasn't up dancing around the stage,
right? Twerking and all that.
Yeah, so that's, I love Beyonce too, but I know I couldn't do that. I don't have the rhythm like Beyonce. So I know I couldn't be up there dancing. So to see Alicia Keys up there playing an instrument and being stationary but still entertaining, that was key for me. Because when I started, I played and sung. So, and I still do sometimes. It just depends on the song.
Okay. So how did you end up getting in the showcase? I know RV was just, he was scouting out, putting stuff out there. But how did you end up getting in the showcase?
Well, I see all his posts because we've been friends, and we were really close friends when I was here in high school, and before I went to college, we kind of drifted a little bit because of distance. But
you said you guys were in a group together.
Yeah,
right?
In high school we were in a group. Yeah, so he actually wrote our songs. Well, me and him wrote some songs together, and then we also sung his songs. It was me and my other friend from high school, so it was two females. We were the actual group, and then he was the person behind the scenes, the producer, the songwriter, I guess you could say manager, or
so are we out here managing and producing?
We kind of all worked together, but it was mostly me and him. So and I met him when I was a freshman. So, and we were always in choir together, and so I spent a lot of time with him. So we've been pretty tight. I consider him to be family. So, anytime I saw the post, I was like, hey, I just hit him up and was like, hey, I'll do it. And he was like, cool. Okay. So that's kind of how it happened.
So how did you feel about the competition? It was a lot of phenomenal artists in that competition.
Honestly, I didn't even consider it a competition as like that. But I mean, I just considered it a showcase. Okay. I wasn't looking to win anything. I just wanted to be a part of it. So that's what I mean by not considering it as a competition. Because if I wouldn't have even known, it would have made a difference to me.
Oh, so you didn't really go in? Because I like a lot of the artists, they knew they were competing for something.
I mean, I saw like a post about it, but I wasn't as concerned about winning. I just wanted to showcase and have an opportunity to do my original music and kind of just test, because I'm working on an EP right now, and then I also have an album that's already written. Mm-hmm. So I actually did like a song from the album, then I did a song from the EP. So I wanted to kind of test the crowd. So I was kind of using it as like a Motown test, like how they used to play the records and, you know, the crowd says yay or nay. That's kind of the way I used it. So I wasn't really concerned about competing so much as so just having the opportunity to see what the crowd would, vibe with.
Okay, that's what's up, because I know a lot of times when people go into showcases, they're real, like, oh, I gotta win, or I'm about to stun on these, what I'm saying? I'm about to stun on.
It wasn't, to me, that wasn't the purpose for me personally. My purpose, like I said, was just to gain exposure as well as test out some of my songs. Because, I mean, I'm kind of like trying to take a approach as far as performing the songs before I put them on the album, to see if, people like it.
Oh, okay.
And so the songs that people like will be the songs that make it to the album.
Yeah, and you got a nice response. Like, how was you feeling about the response you got from the audience?
That was really, inspiring to me. I didn't know if they would like it, because the songs were, first off, both of them were, drastically different. Like, one is from a old 1930s, 40s blues kind of era.
Yeah.
Then the other one is 90s hip hop kind of thing. So I didn't know how they would respond with going in between them. So I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised. I mean, I didn't think they would boo me off the stage. But
no, we don't have the same thing going.
I just meant I could tell they really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they really enjoyed it. And then to have original music as an artist and have people enjoy it, that definitely pushes you to complete your EP. Let's talk a little bit more about the EP.
Right.
So how many tracks? What's the
plan right now is 4 tracks. And the feel of it is kind of turned into a classic old school R&B feel with maybe one more contemporary hip hop track, pop type track. I mean, just from what I wrote, it kind of just came out that way. That wasn't the plan, but when I got into working on it, Love Is, which is the 90s song that I did at the showcase, that just went all the way 90s for me, to me. So I was like, okay.
A lot of people like the 90s sound. A lot of people, if they're not copying it, they're going, people going back to it. So that 90s R&B style, that's definitely popular.
Right. But I didn't intentionally say, I'm going to make a 90s record. Mm-hmm. I just kind of went in and I had some ideas of how I wanted how I wanted it to feel, and it just ended up being that. Okay. And so the other 2 songs, there's another one. We don't really know where it's gonna go yet. I've pitched it to the producer, so we're seeing where he takes it. This is the first time I've ever this EP will be special because it's the first time I've ever stepped back a lot. Usually I write the music and lyrics because I play piano, so I write the chords, and then I usually take it to a band and let the band play it.
Oh,
so that's what happened on the first track at the showcase. It was a song that I wrote the chords, and I took it to a band and let the band play it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was doing at first, but I just didn't. I wanted to have something that was a little bit more fresh or crisp, I should say.
Crispy.
Yeah, I felt I love the live band sound. I love the authenticity and the element of musicians adding in their own character. I love that. But I wanted to try to go a different route because I felt like what I was getting when I would finish the sessions and I would record myself over the tracks and stuff, it wasn't completely polished. Like, I feel like it wasn't radio
Right,
sounding.
bringing in producers
Right,
and people
right.
who are masters in what they do as far as sound.
As far as the sound,
Yeah.
as far as the sonics of it, I wasn't feeling like, okay, this is it. So I decided on this EP, I said, okay, I'm going to step back. I'm going to write the lyrics, but I'm going to go to a producer and let them produce the music.
Okay.
And that's the first time I've ever done that.
Who are some producers that you were working with?
So I started off with Anthony Saunders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, I love Anthony. He's great. He's actually the one who helped me produce the track I did at the showcase.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then from him, I've been also working with Brandon Black.
Oh,
And so
okay.
Brandon's kind of taken over and finishing out the project. There might be some other people I might throw in here and there depending on what's needed. But right now, that's kind of the main person who I'm working with is him. And I like our vibe. I think we vibe very well and we understand each other artistically. So
Okay, that's what's up. Who would you say is some artists like your dream artist to work with?
definitely Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh,
I
okay.
love
I
Jasmine
can see
Sullivan. Like she's probably like next to Alicia Keys. She's probably the like really more contemporary influence for me.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people sleep on Jasmine Sullivan. She's good.
Jasmine Sullivan is
good.
yeah. She's an amazing writer. I love her for that. Also Layla Hathaway.
Ooh,
she had
I can see that.
Yeah, she had a she just put out an album. If it wasn't last year, I think it was last year. It was called Honestly, and like listening to her on that album, I was like, oh yes, like it was like she completely took it to like now. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, I don't feel like they would have expected that from her. Whoever produced her album, they really blended, you know, her elements of who she is, and they took it and put it over tracks that sounded very fresh and very today. Mm-hmm. And so that combination of just her thick, silky voice with her ear, to me, was like something that we haven't heard.
Trying to incorporate the old sound of jazz and then bringing it in today,
right.
it's difficult, you know, trying to grab people's ear because, you know, now everything's like,
kind of like really repetitive.
Right, repetitive, and then it's more like
simple melodies
sounds instead of actual instruments and all that.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing about it, though, that a lot of people, I think they don't realize is that, I mean, jazz is already embedded within almost everything that we do musically. It's just a matter of whether you give it the freedom to do it or not. Mm-hmm. You know, like you could take a rap song that has 3 chords and a jazz performer could improvise over that. And now it's jazz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's true. Like, jazz is really just the art of improvisation. So anywhere where you are pushing and pulling and messing with, you know, oh, well, what can I play over that? Or what can I play over this? Or how can I make this more interesting or tell a story? Like, to me, that's jazz.
Right.
You know, now when you speak more, you know, educationally, or if you want to speak from the institution point of view, then, you know, certain chords are what make things jazz. But to me personally, I feel that jazz can be embedded into, honestly, all
the sound.
Yeah.
All the
genres. especially from the African American diaspora.
Yeah.
I feel like jazz is a part of the people. Right. Honestly, like, a lot of the things that we do, people don't even realize they're doing it is elements of jazz.
Right. So who would you say is some producers that you would love to work with? Now, that's like a lot of artists, they don't really get that opportunity to work with like a specific producer that they like been wanting to work with.
I would say one person would be Darkchild.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I heard people talk about him in a little bit.
Well, I mean, I guess because, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I would love to work with him. I mean, I think he's amazing. Like, what he did for, like, just R&B, and then also on the gospel side with him working with Mary Mary, like, I thought that was, like, really pivotal, you know, for that music. Honestly, it wasn't until, like, a few years ago that I even knew he was the same person
doing the gospel side.
Yeah,
I didn't know about the gospel now until you just really told me.
I think that's him. What's his name? Erica Campbell's husband.
Mm-hmm.
What is his name?
I don't know.
I can't even call it. But yeah, I think that's him. I seen it on like the Mary show. I was watching the Mary show, and they were talking about Dark Child, and I'm pretty sure that's him.
That might be. I mean, a lot of who's that? Pretty Willie. Remember him from back?
Yeah.
Now he's like the Willie
Jump. Or
yeah.
Willie Moore Jr.
Yeah,
or
that's
something
the
like
same.
that.
A lot of people don't realize that's the same guy. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he just basically just transitioned over to be a gospel artist.
Warren
now.
Campbell.
Warren Campbell. That's her husband's name.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure he's Dark Child. But I don't know. You can look it up. I'm not gonna say because I mean, I think
Like, we
so,
don't
but
wanna
I
say
mess
wrong.
up with people's aliases and stuff, you know, and their real names. And
okay,
so
okay.
I'll be like, I'm pretty sure that's him, but I don't quote me.
Well, I mainly remember him from doing a lot of stuff with Brandy. When she was doing a lot of her music. Who else? But of course, I mean, everybody knows, if you know anything
Right.
about music, Dark Child, you know.
Right. So
Right.
I'm pretty sure, but like I said, I'm not positive.
That's him.
So yeah, so I don't want to say it definitively, and then somebody be like, "Oh, she was on there talking, and she didn't know what she was talking about."
Right.
But if that is the same person, then yes, I would love to work with him. I would love to work with Bruno Mars. Like a lot of people,
Ooh, that would be
a lot of
nice.
people, they discount Bruno for being like a producer, but he plays a lot of instruments.
I was watching a special about him, and he was talking about that song 24 Karat Magic, and he was playing, you know, the piano out and playing it out, and because they were like, how they be asking, how did you come up with that?
Right.
And then he literally went and was showing them how he came up with the chords and sound and everything, and then basically he started with that, then he was thinking the words, and then that's how it went.
I would love to work with Bruno Mars, and then I would love to work with Stevie Wonder. Like Stevie Wonder is like, I love Stevie Wonder.
What about production wise? Like,
yeah, he produced "Tell Me Something Good" for Chaka Khan. A lot of people don't know that.
yeah, that's why I said a lot of people. I mean, I know he's done some.
I mean, he
production
does
stuff.
all of his stuff. So
Okay, yeah, that
you
makes
know,
sense.
Superstition, Higher Ground, like all those records, like Stevie was, you know, in the studio pretty much, you know, doing it. And
Oh, quick! What about Quincy Jones? That would
yeah,
be...
I mean, I would love to work with Quincy Jones too. Like, that. I mean, I feel like you can't go wrong with all the greats. Like those people are like, I mean, Quincy Jones will forever be a part of music history.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, of course, I would love to work with him. I mean, I would love to work with some of the producers that have, you know, blown up from the city, like Brian Kennedy. I would love to work with him. I would love to work with
Brian. If Brian's watching, everybody knows
yeah,
Brian.
I
I know he
yeah.
comes back to Kansas City a lot.
Yeah,
so.
I would love to work with him. I would love to work with Joe. I would Macklin. I would love to work with
Joe Macklin. Works with some artists here.
Yeah, I mean,
also.
like, my thing is, I'm not opposed to working with anyone. Like, you know, I feel like if creativity is flowing and you vibe, it doesn't matter what your resume says, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a problem working with anybody because I think that if everything is right, then you will create, you know, what was meant to be created. So
Now, you said this EP you just came out with is your second one. You have someone already out. Where can people find the previous work?
So it's not out yet. This will be the first project.
Okay.
So I have been writing since I was 12, but I haven't put anything out because I've gone through a lot of different phases in life. And every time when I was younger, I would record. I have mentors, you know, who have been in the industry and are engineers and stuff. And I would take it to them and they would say, yeah, not yet. It's not ready yet. Or not quite. Or,
Do you think,
you know, so I would listen to that and I took heed. And they always taught me, you know, you only get one first impression.
That's
so
true.
I don't knock people who put everything on SoundCloud. But for me personally, I don't want to do that because,
well, you don't. Some people feel like, you know, if you don't get something out there, like you need to get something out there so people at least know who you are.
Right. And see, I was kind of okay. I was okay with not having much out because I wasn't in music full time or didn't have the time. I was in school, you know, like last year I really just finished up all of my schooling and everything. So
yeah, you have a degree in law? Like, let's talk a little bit about it, 'cause that's I mean, that's totally different background there. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when I went to college, my intention from the beginning was to go to law school. And my thinking with that was, number one, just for my personality type, I'm very inquisitive and I really don't take people's word for what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, I usually have to ask a question, depending on who it is, or sometimes it doesn't matter who it is. I'll still ask the question. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing that since I was a kid. So people have always been like, yeah, she's very talkative. She's very inquisitive, you know. And they would always be like, oh, you should be a lawyer. You ask so many questions. You should be a lawyer. And then it went to, you like to argue. You should be a lawyer. You know. So
you like to
that
argue.
was put in my head from like 11 or 12, you know. And so I was like, hey, you know what? Why not? You know, and I knew I wanted to go through some professional pathway just to have a sustainable, you know, way to provide for myself and my family. You know, I know music. I mean, I was beat over the head with the notion that music isn't guaranteed. You got to have a plan B and all of this and all of that.
That's the thing with, I seen a post a little while back talking about not just music, but the entertainment industry, and how they basically discount, that's like a hobby, or that's whatever. You know, in school they don't really talk about all the different professions in the entertainment industry and all the support for those professions. You have producers, you have like even film production. If you know, you don't have to be out front. You don't have to be the superstar to still be in the industry.
But I mean, you know, it is a special type of hustle, though. It's not like it depends. When you get to a certain level, yes, it's stable. But the thing is, building to that level, like, is not as stable.
Just think about like in school, they don't really like.
School they definitely don't.
Yeah, if you say, I want to be a singer, or I want to be a music producer,
they don't like, expose you to the other avenues.
You need to learn your math stuff first. Instead, you know what I'm saying? They don't say,
they push it to the side, kind of like,
they put it to the side as a dream.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Yeah,
and that's what the post was basically saying. Like, they make it seem like, it's just a dream to be in the industry, and then the post even talks about how much money the entertainment industry made last year, billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
But the problem is that there's a lot of, I would say it like this, there's a lot of real estate in the industry, and what I mean by that is there's a lot of ground, there's a lot of things that you can do, but just kind of like with any situation, once something has been institutionalized for so long, there's less and less real estate that's not already owned by somebody.
Right.
So for me personally, knowing that I wanted to have all of the control over my music, I didn't want anybody to tell me, you have to do it this way, you got to wear this, you got to talk about this, you know, you got to talk about this, you got to, you know,
you wouldn't have the freedom
push
to do
this crowd, you know. So I said, well, definitely for somebody like me, it's not guaranteed, because you have to give something to get something, you know.
Real.
So it's like, I didn't want to give anything unless I chose to give it. So I knew I had to go a different route than just, you know, the starving artist or even the paid artist, because there is a level of give and take of something that you have to either be okay with, or you have to, you know, give. Right. You got to be okay with somebody telling you we're shelving it, you know?
Yeah, you're more so you're saying that you want to go the independent artist route.
Oh, definitely.
You don't
most
want
definitely.
to get with a major label and have them be like, nah, you need to sing this or do it this way or this.
I do not. That is not my route, and that's why I chose to do it this way, because I do music for creativity purposes for myself, and I do it for the message that I want to portray, and you know, something that's helped me. You know, the songs that really I feel touch people are the songs that have touched me, and they come from a deep and real place, you know. So that's what I want to talk about, and I don't want anybody to tell me I can't tell that story, or I can't tell this story because it won't sell. You know, I don't want that over my head. That's why.
So you'd rather cater, if it's a smaller audience, you'd rather cater to smaller artists than just basically kind of, I wouldn't say sell your soul per se, or sell an image that's not you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I want what I say to be what I mean. And if it's, I've written, like I said, I started writing when I was 12, and I started writing about love when I was 12, never been in love, you know? So it's like, if I wrote a song back then that somebody else it's their story, then I will let them tell it.
Yeah, I was about to say,
because it's not my story. I want to tell my story. So
have you thought about just like of course, still do your own thing as an
Yeah.
artist, but like working with other
Yeah,
artists.
most
like,
definitely.
Like basically
As
on
a
the production
songwriter?
side.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I write a lot of songs, and sometimes I write things about other people's experience that I've been close to. You know, I've seen somebody go through it. I'll write about it. You know, so I'm definitely up for that too. You know, it's whatever to me. Like, honestly, I'm kind of on a whatever happens, but I'm not gonna force it. You know.
That's what's up. I mean, nowadays with the way the industry's going, you really don't have to take that route of going with a major record label and all that. You can do your own thing. Just get with the distribution company and kind of just get you a team together. That's what a lot of people are doing, and it's working for some people. The thing is, it could be a longer grind.
Yeah, it could.
Some people basically they're like they want it now. You know,
I mean, it depends on what your what is your goal? You know, do you want to make music for the masses? Do you want to make millions of dollars? You know, everything has a price. So it's like you have to decide what is more important to you. For me, the millions of dollars and being, you know, for the masses, that's not as important to me. Now, I'm not going to say if it came, I wouldn't accept it. If it came the right way, you know, I would definitely accept it. But
you don't want it
I don't want it. Yeah, it has to be a way that I can accept it, and a way that lines up with my morals and what I believe, and you know how I want to conduct myself. It has to be like that. It can't be, you know, I'm not.
You don't want to compromise yourself.
Yeah, I'm not compromising, and that's the reason why I became a lawyer.
Right.
So it's like I don't have to compromise.
Talk a little some more about that. So, where'd you go to? You finished at UMKC? Is that where you went?
No,
or where'd you go?
Well, actually, I went to Claflin, which is a small HBCU in South Carolina.
Okay.
Woo woo HBCUs.
Woo.
Yeah, I went there for undergrad and I majored in music, concentration in piano.
Okay.
And then from there, I went to Michigan State for law school.
Okay.
And I finished in 2017.
Wow, that's
Entertainment law is what I want to do, but when you go to law school, you don't have to specialize in anything. You kind of just do everything, and then you get to choose your last couple years what classes you want to take, but you don't have to, you know, do a concentration or anything. But entertainment law was the reason why I wanted to do it.
Go to school for. Actually, I don't really talk about it.
Really, entertainment law?
Yeah,
do it.
The LSAT is what
girl, you can get past the LSAT. It's fine.
I took
There are schools that will accept the lowest LSAT scores that you have ever heard.
Well, I mean, I know some people that went with around the score I got.
Yeah,
I definitely would have had to like rearrange.
You could have just went to, you know. I mean, this is not a knock on Cooley, but I know people who've had very, very low LSAT scores and they went to Cooley for like the first year. And Cooley is not easy. Like, they're designed to, well, no, even more so than regular law schools. Like, that school is like, they're designed to fill out a third of their class because they have such an open admission. So they accept so many people, but they can't keep everybody, so they have to fill out.
Weed out process.
Yes, but they at least give you a chance to see if you can make it, you know. And
that was literally basically the only reason I didn't go, because I had to, my application process. I applied all that stuff. Every school I applied for, that's what they said. And I was like, I've taken this test like 3 times. I'm tired of it.
It's like Western Michigan, Thomas Cooley Law School, I think is what it's called. You should look them up and get in touch with them. They might have like some diversity.
Now I'm like, I feel like I should be getting some.
But
money.
You know what, Cooley, like they do.
I got student loans and stuff already.
But you know they'll go into forbearance when you go into law school, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I want to get to a point where I can pay for it myself or something.
Ooh, you mean pay for the whole law school?
Well, you know, there's people who pay for school.
Well, you see, the thing about Cooley, though, they have evening classes, so you could literally work while you go to school. They're like kind of designed for flexibility to allow people to work and go to school. But I mean, they don't say you should. They definitely say don't work during the first year.
Yeah,
it's hard. But I think with Cooley, they go to school like 3 semesters, so they go year round. So they might take less classes each semester, but I'm not sure. Okay. But definitely look into it. I don't think you should give up on it. We definitely need more representation in the legal field.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's only 5% of lawyers that are black. I mean, out of all the lawyers in the country, 5%, that's it.
That is true.
Well, 5% that's black women, I should say.
Yeah, that's one of the things why some people are like, you still need to do it. But I was just like, oh,
actually, it might be 5% black overall. I don't know.
It's not that many.
Yeah, like I have to look it up, but I saw the statistic last year.
That's why they push for people who say they want to go. That's why they be like, go, go, go. Yeah. But it's not an easy process financially or academically. So
I will say, though, schools have diversity scholarships because they can get funds for, you know, being a diverse population. And they will seek you out. I mean, you might have to get it, you know, in your second year because you can work. Some schools have, if you get a certain GPA in a certain year, whatever, you can get like tuition or 50% or 75%. It's not easy, but I mean, if you work hard and you really dedicate to it, you can do it.
Graduate school period, it's not easy.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a hard process, but it's worth it. It's the knowledge and information you gain. Right. So have you passed the bar yet?
Yep. Okay. I passed the bar last year, so I've actually been a lawyer for a year now.
Oh wow! Okay, yep. That's what's up. Yep. So, are you working independently? Are you with a law firm?
I do both. So, I work at a firm in Gladstone, and it's like an independent contractor setup. So, I'm not actually an employee, so I can have a little bit more freedom. It's more like So, I do like for the firm, but the firm keeps me really busy. So, I do a lot of firm work. That's why I haven't really advertised like heavily for like the entertainment law clients, because I feel like when I do, they will flood in. Yeah. Because there's probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah, there's not that many here. Yeah, that was the thing. Also, whenever I was looking into it, I was prepared to move to LA, all that
right.
stuff. So.
See, I might be moving to Nashville sometime soon, but I don't know when.
Okay. Are you going to do some little country music too?
Well, I mean, I've been told I have a country twang, so I don't know, maybe.
I mean, we have a country hip hop song that's #1 right now, so.
Hey, I'm all for it. Like I said, I'm not turning away anybody. I will work with anybody who wants to work. And if we want to write a country song, we will write a country song. Like, I'm not against it. Country songs tell beautiful stories, so yeah. I'm not against it at all.
A lot of the country that's now is kind of popish.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Yeah, it's not like back in the day, but
I mean, they still have those go-to like true to it, you know, country singers. Like, they're still there, but. No, I don't have a problem with country. I don't have a problem with rock. The only thing I have a problem with is heavy metal. I cannot get with that.
Can't get with that.
I can't. That's one thing I can appreciate from afar.
So what's next? So the way the artist showcase is set up, people, like we said, the one you compete, you get featured for the next show. So in July, you're going to be performing, or August?
I'm actually just going to be a part of the open mic set in July.
Okay. I thought he said something about waiting for you to do it in August. Yeah,
I think I'm going to either feature or headline. I don't know.
In August?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so I'm excited about that. I've already kind of started.
So you are going to be a part of the open mic part for
in July.
Though? Okay.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication that happened as far as the feature thing goes. So,
well, I know he don't necessarily want to put, because he's got Craig Smith and Slay God are the 2 for July, right. And then he didn't necessarily want to. He wanted you to get your shine by yourself, is what he was saying.
Oh,
so, okay. I think he mentioned something about putting you in August.
Right. He definitely said August to me, but I know we had talked about headlining, but I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know if we finalized that. So, I'm still talking with him about
It's in the works.
Right, yeah. But definitely I will be performing in August for sure. I just don't know in what capacity. Mm-hmm. And I will be performing in July.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get a band for July, but it's not. Okay. I don't know if I can. Nice. But I'm definitely going to get a band for August for sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can work it out. My piano player, who I really love, he's leaving Kansas City. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can, if you listening, I'm trying to get you.
I don't know who the piano player is, but yeah. If you
Christian
you
Swan.
at least stay?
Shout out to Christian Swan.
Okay.
He's amazing. So,
Okay.
because honestly, I could. There's other piano players I love in the city too, but he actually helped
But if you
write.
guys have a
He actually
connection-
helped write the music for the next song that I want to do.
Right.
And I just decided I wanted to do this song yesterday because this is a song
okay.
off the album. So you asked earlier about that. So the EP is first. That's coming out. I'm pushing for July, so I want it to come out in July. And then there's an album that I wrote like two years ago, and I was trying to get it out 2 years ago, and that's when I was doing the recording at the studio and then just putting my voice over the live band, and I wasn't liking the sonics of it. Yeah. So after the EP, I want to start working on the album, which is already pretty much written. It just needs to be produced and finished, like polished and stuff.
Okay.
So
you want to do a little bit of some singing for us right now?
Sure. I'm trying to think of what song to do. I'll do a piece of the song that I'll do in July. So this song is gonna be on the. This song is gonna be. It looked like he was giving us a face or something. So this song is supposed to be on the album. So it might not be out until next year.
Oh, so don't record it.
But you can record it. I mean, I'm gonna perform it anyway. So
Right.
it's not like somebody can still,
Well,
it's my
some
song.
People be like they don't want their stuff out there like that.
Yeah. But
They
I
wanna
mean,
wait till it actually comes out.
yeah, it just depends on your strategy. Like, I've actually seen people who do the opposite. They perform their song, and then they go record it. Because they feel like performing it is perfecting it in the moment and in the emotion and with the crowd and how they respond, So you're literally, like, testing it to see what you want to put on wax,
And then I liked your idea as far as sharing it with the audience first. And then now when you go back, you be like, okay, yeah, this is these, because that's the opposite of how most people do it. Like
Right.
they
like
do
it's
their
a big
song,
secret, and
yeah,
then
they do
boom,
all
it's
their
out.
songs, then they be like, we gonna pick these, and now I'm gonna do this. But you haven't even. That's how you get stuff like like with when people like pass, and they have all these songs that weren't on albums. And
Right.
they're just there because they decided to cut them for whatever.
But I mean, I feel like as a big major artist, that does matter, because as soon as whatever you put out is gonna go viral. If you Beyonce, like Beyonce puts out a video of a new song, it's going viral.
Right.
She can't stop it.
Yeah.
So for her, if she doesn't want that version to go viral and she wants her recorded version to go viral first, it makes sense for her not to do it until it's recorded.
Yeah.
But for somebody like me I'm not, hitting a major audience right now. So if I hit these people in Kansas City, that doesn't mean anybody in LA will hear it.
They might, they have power of video.
I mean, it's not guaranteed though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as soon as I put it on Spotify and all of that, I'm going to push it, so.
That's what's up. So what's the name of the song you about to sing?
So
for
this
us?
song is called My City, and I wrote this song, was it 2 or 3 years ago? And basically it's just kind of like an ode to the city.
Oh, okay.
And what I like about it is it has a swing section in it.
Oh, okay.
So I like to always try to like infuse like elements of all the music that I love. And Kansas City was known for swing, so I wanted to bring that into it. So you might not be able to hear it in the vocal part, but when the music gets to it, you'll be able to hear it.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right. The pain of my city is in my heart. Every day, another day of heartache. The pain of my city is in my soul. Could this be another day of sorrow? Why do we fight? Take another life like there is no love in our lives. Oh, I do believe there can be peace, love, and unity in my city. In my city, stars shine just as bright. In my city, In my city, the sun will still rise. Love can conquer hate. We can make a change in my city. Oh, yeah.
All right. Nisi Amore, if you guys, as you can see, beautiful voice, great performance, and we'll just set it on up. You got to come to the One Showcase, July 7th. That is the next showcase. She will be doing the open mic, she already said. So you're going to get a little bit of her, but you're going to probably just make 1 or 2 tracks for that?
I'm thinking about 2 songs, yeah. So My City, which is the swing funk kind of mix song, and then I want to do like the new song off the EP, which is kind of like a hip hop, but I won't be rapping, but it'll be kind of like a I don't know how to describe it, but just kind of like a fun vibe.
Okay, that's what's up. So the next showcase, the One Artist Showcase, is July 7th. The doors open at 6, so the show is from 7 to 10. It's at Westport Coffee House, which is 4010 Pennsylvania Avenue. The features on that, we have the main headliner is Craig Smith. If you guys have not heard of Craig Smith, he is a phenomenal artist here, hip-hop artist from Kansas City. He's had songs, placements on shows like Empire, movies as well. And he also is with Unlabeled. It's a record label here in Kansas City. So check him out. Just type in Craig Smith. He had a song about a couple years ago about the I think it was the Royals that went viral. So phenomenal artist. He's produces as well. So does a lot of his own production. And then Slay Guys, she's going to be one of the headliners also. Well, she's going to be performing just a little less than Craig. Craig's got about a 30-minute set. So, like I said, mark your calendars for that. Of course, the host is Lamont High, and the sounds by DJ Rocky Montana. If you don't know Rocky Montana, he's like one of the dopest DJs in Kansas City. And so tell people how they can get in contact with you.
Yeah, so on all social medias, you can follow me at Nisi Amore, and that's NISEEAMORE. So it's like Nisi like Denise and Amore like love.
Okay.
So,
we didn't even talk about how did you come up with that stage name?
Denise is my middle name, and then like I mentioned, Alicia Keys, Stevie Wonder, John Legend are all like the people I used to look up to when I played piano and sang. So I was like, oh, they all have regular words as their last name, so I'll do that too. And I was like, well, I don't like love. But I want everything that I do to be about love, though. I want it to all be about spreading love, being positive and encouraging, you know.
That's what's up.
And so I was like, well, let's do Amore, because that's love in so many different languages. So that's what I chose it.
That's what's up. And, of course, tomorrow we have the Music and More Foundation 3rd Annual Poetry Awards at the Bruce R. Watkins Cultural Center. And it starts does it start at 6 or the door open at 6? The actual doors, okay, because I was like, usually people put 6. That's the doors open at 6. Okay, there will be food, a show, and more, right?
And more.
All right. Vendors, everything.
KUAW
So
will be in the building.
all right, so the station gonna be in the building. Make sure you guys are there. I'll be there. And I had a great time hosting and filling in for RV, local vocals that comes on every third Friday at 6 o'clock. And so make sure you guys tune in and go to their page. Just search them and it comes right up, right, Terrence? Okay. And then, like I said, I'm taking over the Music and More Foundation Instagram until the awards show. I'm thinking about maybe we could set something up so I can do some like mini interviews from the page. Yeah, okay. You gonna set it up for me? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine with
me.
me.
And I'm Serenity. If you want to check me out, my social media, basically Instagram is the best place to find me. That's Serenity, SERENITY, 2 underscores and the word speak. I am out, and peace.
The thoughts, opinions, and statements expressed on this show are not the thoughts, opinions, and statements of KUAW LPFM 98.5.